Since BTS's debut, the interaction between Park Jimin and Jeon Jungkook, who ARMYs often call Jikook, has always been one of the most captivating. There's something hard to describe when these two are in the same frame. Sometimes it's just a brief glance, sometimes a small touch, or even just an unforced smile. Yet strangely, it's these small moments that give us goosebumps, as if there's an emotional story hidden behind them. Imagine when the camera accidentally captures Jimin staring at Jungkook. His gaze is so warm and sincere, as if he's looking at someone very important in his life. Meanwhile, Jungkook, despite his shyness, often seems unable to hide his smile when he's around Jimin. Moments like these are simple, but for many fans they feel profound, as if there's a secret language only the two of them can understand. One of the moments that gives many ARMYs goosebumps is when Jimin attentively pays attention to Jungkook's well-being, whether on stage, during practice, or even behind the scenes. There's an old video showing Jimin standing by Jungkook's side when he looked exhausted. Jimin reached for his shoulder, gently patting it as if to say, "I'm here, don't worry." The image may only last a few seconds, but it leaves a powerful impression that their bond goes beyond mere co-workers. Conversely, Jungkook has his own way of showing how much he values him. On several occasions, he's seen looking after him without even needing words. There was a moment at a concert when Jimin nearly slipped and Jungkook instantly grabbed his hand. The moment was fleeting, almost unnoticeable, but for ARMY watching, it was a dramatic scene that sent shivers down their spines. A natural reflex that only occurs when someone deeply cares for another. Jikook's goosebumps moments also come in the form of their honesty. Jimin once called Jungkook his little brother, whom he was very proud of, but upon closer inspection, the way he said it was filled with undisguised affection. Jungkook, on the other hand, often refers to Jimin as someone who always comforts him, even in difficult times. Simple confessions like this, behind the glare of the stage lights, always manage to touch fans' hearts. There are also iconic moments when they laugh together as if the world around them disappears. In practice videos or released BTS content, we often see Jimin and Jungkook teasing each other, gazing at each other, and then suddenly bursting into laughter together. That light-hearted atmosphere is precisely the proof of a closeness that's hard to fake. Their laughter is born of a sense of security and togetherness, and that's what makes ARMYs feel both goosebumps and moved. And who could forget those emotional moments on stage? During big concerts, when BTS sings meaningful songs, Jimin and Jungkook are often seen leaning in, gazing at each other, or simply smiling faintly. There's a silence that envelopes them, despite the thousands of cheers ringing around them. It's as if, amidst a sea of lights, they only see each other. Those are the moments that give us goosebumps, because they feel so real, so personal. Jikook isn't just about physical interaction or meaningful glances. More than that, they represent a bond built over time, struggle, and trust. From adolescence to adulthood, they grew up together under the public spotlight. They saw each other fall, rise, laugh, and cry. All of this was captured in small moments that have become goosebumps memories for ARMYs around the world. And perhaps that's why Jikook is always special. Because in every look, in every little touch, there's a long story unspoken, but felt. These moments remind us that true closeness doesn't always require words. Just a smile, a handshake, or a sincere look, and the world will know. There's something beautiful between Jimin and Jungkook. Looking back, Jimin and Jungkook's journey has been full of dynamics. Jungkook once said that Jimin was stubborn in his practice. He always demanded perfection, even in the smallest details. The young Jungkook at the time felt overwhelmed. But over time, he realized that Jimin's high standards were what shaped him into the great idol he is today. This relationship isn't just that of a Hyung and Dongsing. It is a reflection of how affection is expressed through encouragement, attention, and sometimes reprimand. What makes Jikook's moments so spine-chilling is how the two of them grow together in front of the world. ARMYs not only watch them dance and sing, but also witness their maturity formed through their interactions with each other. From a once shy Jungkook who often hid behind his Hyungs, to someone who can now appear confident. And behind that transformation there's Jimin, always by his side. Goosebumps are felt every time we remember this journey, because there are traces of sincerity that time can never erase. Jikook's moments often appear unexpectedly, precisely when the camera isn't focused on them. For example, when ARMYs discover small clips backstage, Jimin gently patting Jungkook's back before a performance, or Jungkook silently taking a water bottle and handing it to Jimin without a word. These simple gestures may seem insignificant, but that's where their power lies. Goosebumps exist because we realize how even the smallest actions can convey genuine affection. Then there's the emotional moment when BTS received a major award. While all the members were holding back tears, the camera captured Jimin shaking with emotion. On the other hand, Jungkook leaned in, standing a little closer than usual as if to make sure Jimin was okay. This kind of interaction wasn't filled with words, just presence. But often, that wordless presence was far more powerful than 1,000 words of comfort. What made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up the most were the moments when Jikook felt so honest without any script or scenario. When they were caught on camera gazing at each other for a long time, unconsciously with a meaningful gaze, ARMY felt something that couldn't be faked. It wasn't just an idle interaction on stage, but the interaction of two people who knew each other inside and out. Sometimes that look seemed to say, "I know who you are, I see all your struggles and I'm here for you." Jikook's intimacy was also often felt through silly things that made ARMYs giddy. Like when they teased each other, imitated each other's movements, or even teased each other in a way that only people who are truly close can do. But it was precisely in those light-hearted moments that ARMYs got goosebumps again, because it felt so natural. Goosebumps came not only from the serious things, but also from the way they could be themselves together. To summarize, Jikook's goosebumps moments are born from three things: small gestures, honest glances, and genuine laughter. The combination of these three things makes their relationship feel so real and full of emotion. It's not just fan service, nor is it mere coincidence. There's a consistency in how they always come back to each other no matter the circumstances. ARMY often say that Jikook is proof that a genuine relationship will always be visible, even without official acknowledgement. We don't need long sentences to understand. Just look at the way Jungkook turns to look for Jimin in the crowd, or how Jimin reflexively approaches Jungkook when he looks tired. Moments like these make our hearts flutter because they feel so human, that behind the glitz and glamour of the stage, they are still two human beings caring for each other. And perhaps this is why Jikook's moments always feel timeless. Because the goosebumps they give us aren't just about admiration, but also about emotion. It's about knowing that such closeness is rare, and it's about watching it grow before our eyes.